Everybody's constantly asking me, going, "Hey, Robbie, hey, what deck should we pick up? Hey, buddy, do you know the spice? Please tell us everything that you know." All right, 5 decks that I think could survive a ban list, possibly, and I say this wholeheartedly because I'm a little bit unsure at the moment. All right, so take everything with my reasoning here, make your own logical decision. Let's dig into this, shall we? Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Alright, number 1 on our list here is salad. Alright, so at this point you're probably like, oh my god, Robbie, come on. You yourself have said that salad is a problem deck in the game. Yes, it is. I mean, but the deck is fragile. If you play around the Roar and the Rage, and then the Balinix in the graveyard, okay, you win. Alright, so you only have to play around 2 negates and an 1800 body. Alright, and then kind of capitalize off of that. That's hard and it's not hard. Alright, and I say this because we've already hit this deck so much that it's already become this very fragile creature. It was already, coming down last ban list. It was like 4th, 5th seat for power because every other deck was, tightening with it. But Roar, Rage and the recursion of those 2 cards is what makes the deck good. Also the fact that it can OTK, update, jam, or transcode OTK. The deck's got a lot of consistency going for it. And Sign It Mining is right around the corner for a reprint. So if you're just picking up the solid structure deck stuff, the update jammer, the transcodes, little things like that, you hunker down until 21st when Sign It's actually go into circulation. Pick them up, alright? Worst case, they put Sign It Mining to 1, the deck still evolves and will still be here. I think, out of every deck on this list, this deck has the most consistent appeal for it, just because of its toolboxing, alright? So, you should be no strangers to this statement when I literally say that Solid might be one of the best long-terms out there. Because what else do we really do? At this point, we just ban Gazelle, kill the deck. But I don't think they're going to do that. There's no point, alright? It's just, I guess they could put Roar or Rage to 1, but in that case, the deck's still going to be sitting here at the table. So, I think it's worth it to give it some consideration. Now, next up is Lunalight. Now, at this point in time, as much as I think they need to do something about Tiger, it's not doing a lot this format. I think we're seeing 1 to 3 max in top cuts at events. Now, that's not saying that when the Master Rule revision comes in, where you can actually make the Lunalight monsters in the deck, there's not to say that this deck can't be slightly more consistent in the future of what it actually is going to do, because it can. Alright, we've seen this, but at this point, I'm at the point where I'm just about it's clear that we didn't do anything with the deck when it was at its prime. At this point, they're not going to do anything to it, alright? And if they actually do something to it after this deck has come through for its prime, then that means that, 1, they're afraid of this deck doing something underneath the new ban list, especially when you've got unrestricted Xyz summoning, alright? Then in that case, I could see that, because the Lunalight engine gives you massive access to this infinite recursion. 2 Tigers is a rank 4 every single turn, alright? And under that case, if they're truly worried about that, then fine, alright? But at this point in time, logically, they have not done anything with it. Infinite Xyz summoning every turn is what it is. You only get a 15-card extra deck, plus everything you got to go through for comboing, plus you have to dedicate the resource pool to that. So I don't think it's going to be a problem. At this point in time, I'm broken. I don't think that they're going to hit it. So, screw it. Safe investment, alright? But if they do hit it, then it's just they're afraid of this. So, approach this one with a grain of salt. I'm just at this point, it's clear that they don't think that this is a problem, at least logically. And if they hit it, well, about time, I guess. Win-win. Now, next up is Dinosaurs. Now, Dinosaur Structure Deck, I believe, is getting an unlimited printing here in the near future if it hasn't already. Now, you know what that means? Oviraptors and Ultimate Tyrannos for everybody. Double Evolution Pill, I believe, was also on the list of things to come out of Dual Overload as well. So now, pills aren't going to be $16 a piece anymore, alright? So at this point, the deck has evolved into, we diagram, go into Listigasm, rip cards out of our opponent's extra deck. Alright, we've dropped the Overtex. We're playing what, one double evolution pill? I think I've seen builds that aren't even playing double evolution pill, actually. So we went from the previous build that we had to the current one. Now, it's not to say that this deck can't be a good budget option, alright? Now, I do have a feeling at some point along the way that this deck will probably get hit on the list again. Only because Overraptor, Miscellaneous, the whole package, the whole nay-nay, is a little bit ridiculous. I mean, we did put Dragonic Diagram to 1, so we've basically started to clean up the deck, but at this point in time, with the Dinosaur engine reprints, $30 for 3 decks, double evolution pills coming up for the cheap right now, I don't think that this isn't a bad pickup at all for the standard player. Like, let's be honest here. And, well, worst case, if they hit something, it's not like this deck won't actually evolve. Now, the downside is the best version does require a pot of Extrav, but Extrav should be up for a reprint somewhere along the way. Just start saving money back. It's quite honestly not that hard to put back $5-10 every, paycheck. I would try to do 20. You have 80 at the end of the month. After 2 months, you're halfway to 2 pods. So, I don't know, that's an interesting thought there. Number 4 on the list here is water. Now, why do I think water is a safe pickup right now? So, water has always been in the back of everybody's mind. Molten Glacia Turbo, baby. We rip things out, and then you've got the ability to combo with everything. We've got the new water support coming in Eternity Code, the whole Deep Sea Diva archetype. We've got Atlantean Dragoons that is able to search multiple times. Oh, we've also got the search card coming out for water here soon. This deck's core value has stayed pretty much the same and only gone up. The low rarity stuff's basically stayed the same. Max rarity stuff's what's going up. I do think that water isn't going... Okay, so water's not tier 1. Alright, let's be honest here. Like, straight up front, deck is fun. Deck is a very good combo deck. Deck is very consistent for its value. 1 to 2 good cards might push the deck over the edge. Alright, that's a check from all of that. Now, if you're looking at this video and you're like, oh, I want a good deck to pick up, to play, water's ceiling is so ridiculously high that it's crazy. So, I do think for the consistent value of the cards and for fun, yeah, this is a great pickup, honestly. I mean, I guess they reprint Atlantean Dragoon somewhere along the way. The value on that card dies out, but it's a very fun deck. It's very consistent in the value that it has presented to the metagame. You get the ability to rip cards from your opponent's hand and be that guy. Do you know how many times players get frustrated watching their opponent combo with water? I've personally been on the receiving end of water, and yeah, it's a rough time. It really is, but the value is there. It's consistent, and it's interesting. Now, last one here. It's time to pick up Sky Striker, ladies and gentlemen. You've been that guy. You've been like, I'm somebody that likes to have every single deck available in the game. I've been watching Sky Striker cards for this whole format. Yeah, Engage is banned. Now's a good time to pick them up while they're $2-3 a piece, alright? This is just like Spiral in the past, where I was like, this deck is really good. Like, it'll be good again. We look at Sky Striker now. If Engage ever moves off of that list to 1, 100% we are going to grab it, and we are going to have it. And we're going to have this be a consistent deck yet again. So yes, at this point in time, I would be super excited. I'd be like, give me Striker cards. Actually, I'm holding a lot of Engagers myself right now, just on the off chance that the deck actually comes back. But for consistency things, the deck has gotten a couple of top 8s here and there. Like, players are still messing around with it. It's like Spellbooks. Well, the Spellbook of Judgment, at least near the end of its life. The deck was there. It was doing stuff until, it eventually got power cut. I don't think it's going to happen with this because the whole engine's a lot better than it actually looks. But with the way the format is going right now, who's to say that this wouldn't... I think this will be the biggest payoff on the list, quite honestly, for things to pick up. And just one engage, and everything goes straight back up through the moon. I'm just saying. So you guys think, please, leave a comment down below, turn on bell notifications, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Tell me what you guys think. Alright guys, I'm out. Peace. The ride never truly ends. Thank you, patrons, for helping support the channel. Without you guys, I don't know if I'd still be doing this. And for those of you that like Cardfight Vanguard, FanCool40 is here for all your content needs. And those of you asking if I sell cards, mcoolgames.com for all your trading card game needs. Check the description for more interesting info. Thanks for watching, guys.